Version 39 has brought new changes to not only the jungle layout itself, but also, of course, those gorgeous visual updates. The jungle has changed, the layout has changed. What is that ideal rotation to set you up for the early game to get the river buff, to get that green buff, to help contest lanes, and of course, set you up for general early game success? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with a fantastic look at Grux here, looking over his shoulder at us. So here we go. We are starting off the jungle rotation as I'm trying to kind of figure out where my wards are going to go. We are also going to take a look at where the best ward placements are for these new maps, and where kind of do you want them if you are trying to go defensive or offensive with your ward placement here in the jungle. Now, as you can see here, I will boost up to 2 times speed here so you can see the jungle rotation. You start off with this side at the right side. So on the right white river camps, the white jungle camps. Say that 5 times really quick. And as you can see, I'm actually not kiting them too much. Chimera is absolutely fantastic here in the jungle. But what I am doing is making sure that cleave damage hits. You want that cleave damage to hit real nicely. Now here, as soon as I get that green buff, I go ham with my Unleash. I come over here, try to use my Unleash as much as possible because I don't want them to kill that green buff too much. Now that I've cleared all of those top camps, I go get that one white camp, come quickly down here, get this camp as well, and then head on over to the river buff. As you can see, I just get there with a few seconds over to get that river buff. And as you can see, a little bit of a good some improvements there would have helped that rotation to have gotten there without those few seconds over it. So here I go back, I get these white camps here. I'm using some of my Unleashes just so I can clear it quickly. And as you can see, I just do a nice circle around the camps. At this point, I am heading on over. I kind of forget the new layout for a minute there, and then I head over to this side. As you can see, as I start engaging this camp, the 5th white camp comes. Perfect. There's my 5. And then I just start to go ham here because you want to kill these guys, go back, get your card power, get back into the jungle to get your level 5 so that you can be that ganking beast. The bots are being dumb here, but I do get that, and then I jump back here, get to safety as I recall back to get my CP and kind of get my ward. Now at this point you have your ward, but you're not level 5 yet. That is including a gank. Remember that we did get a gank there on that Bellica, so you will need to come back into the jungle here to clear this side first. I get the 1 white camp, I come over here, go ham a little bit on this green buff again. Once you get that green buff, you really want to kill these minions as fast as possible so they don't get that white, that shield off of you, just because you want that green buff for any emergency, help out in lane. Now that I have level 5, I'm going to take this 3 white camp here, this reinforced to level 3 white camp there, and I just go back here to take this one as I go over to gank this Bellica. There we are, level 5. Our rotation has pretty much ended at this point. Now that you are level 5, you are the ganking jungler machine that the early game sets you up. By this point, you see it's a 7-minute mark, but I really started to rotate there at about the 6-minute and 30 mark. That is when you are level 5, you got your ward, and all is good. Now, at this point, we take a look at ward placements. Here in the weak jungle, I'm kind of scouting this out, and this is still a fantastic spot for a defensive ward placement and an offensive ward placement. You can put it here to see if anybody's trying to come through this jungle class in here, and you can see that it can help people trying to come in from behind on your tier 1s very nicely. It also works offensively. So if we were to do this over here in the blue side, or if we were just to pretend that we are the that we are invading this here, you can see that it actually comes right here, and then you can see the you can see a little bit into the enemy jungle, but you can also see the enemies trying to rotate here in a defensive posture. So both offensively and defensively, this position works really nicely for a ward. I come back over here, and if you want to cover this entire area, you can definitely have a fantastic ward placement right here. I place the ward down right here, and as you can see, if we kind of replace ourselves with this ward, we can see exactly what this ward sees. If I can get into position, dumb keyboard, we can see exactly what it sees. Absolutely fantastic coverage of this entire jungle. Anybody trying to come in here, it's not going to be as early of a warning as if you were to put a ward right there, but you can put a one right here as it covers. It just hugs that wall there, so people can't sneak past here as they hug the wall. So it's wondrous placement. And if you're even worried about that, you can place it a little bit more over here. And that's a fantastic ward placement. Really easy. Just don't place it too far this way, as the ledge here will, as you can see here, will disrupt vision, as right now we can't see that. So you do have to make sure that you place it right on the edge here, so you can get so you can get this. So the ward range is great here at this point. It will reach just about right here, the range of the ward, and of course the ward range hits right about here. So it's actually really great. The range for this was, it looks like it was designed just perfectly for a ward. Now in the strong jungle, there's many options. If we're talking about wards just inside the jungle, one ward placement is going to be absolutely fabulous right here. As you can see right all the way down here. It's not going to reach all the way down, but it's a fantastic spot here, as you can definitely see a whole bunch of this area here. So fantastic ward right in the middle of this opening is going to be fantastic. Or if you really wanted to make sure about it, you can actually put it here on this on this staircase here, so that it can, but then you'll maybe be missing a little bit of vision down here. Now if we go on over here, we can see that I am trying to see what's a really great ward placement, and we can see it's right here. Right here is a fantastic ward placement, as you can see. There I am putting down right here, as maybe I put it down a little bit too far over here, but what this does actually do is you can actually see people going here. So nope, I'm right. I knew I put it here for a reason. As you can see everybody walking in here. The range goes right to about there, so you can kind of see people coming in, but and then the range on this goes a little bit, it doesn't quite reach that wall, but it does provide very nice coverage of this entire area here. So a ward there, a ward right here. And if you come over here, I was trying to debate whether a ward inside the Amberlink works, but the range is actually, it doesn't go very far. If you put a ward right here on the Amberlink, right about here, it doesn't reach very far. It gets over here okay, but it doesn't really do anything for the side. So I wouldn't recommend a ward on the Amberlink here. I would simply just put a ward right about here. So you can look down these channels here, and then obviously see up until that fog, that fog wall there. So ward here, ward over here in this area right here, and then a ward right on top here to get the most maximum vision for everything. Now there are of course little ledges here that you can be silly about. Put one right on top here so that it looks around, and you can probably put one right on this edge right here. Yep, we're on it. Yep. So then you can look a little bit over there. I'm not sure if the ward would have collision issues with this, but as you can see, you can put it nice up here, and as it covers quite a bit. Now because of the changes to the Prime Guardian and the Raptors, really ward right in the middle of the river works really nice, or up here if you want vision down there and down there, but really I just sink it right there, or if you really wanted to, right on the ledge here, so that you can kind of look down into the pit, and it would still catch anybody trying to get through the river here. On by the Raptors, pretty much the same as before. Even though the Raptor camp has been changed quite a bit, as you can see. Very, very cool. All your ranged heroes you want put up here so that they can kind of kite around the stairs, etc., etc. But vision here, really right in the middle, is going to be great. You can put one as on here as well to take a look over here. Although the range doesn't really reach that far, you will see everybody in here. But again, that is okay. So there you guys go. That is the rotation for a jungler. It gets you level 5 really quick, well, as fast as you can, really. But the more important thing is it gets you level 3 as you get this river buff and you go over here around the 3-minute mark. That is really important, getting that level 3, all 3 of your abilities unlocked, so that you can be you can be the help to your team as much as you can. So there you guys go. Nice, amazing Grex pelt here. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. There you guys go. If you guys like this video, please like it, dislike it if you dislike it. Leave any comments down below if you guys have any extra tips. If I'm completely wrong about something, please let me know down in the comments if there's anything that I am indeed missing. Please subscribe, guys, and follow me on Twitch if you like this content or simply found it useful. Please subscribe, and until next time, like always, stay optimistic and positive.